To round one of season 5 of our ACC League of Indian Racing Community. We will be moving on to the actual qualifying in a few minutes, but before, let me introduce you to to my fellow commentator Tanish, and the streamer for today is Dan, the SSJ Assassin.
Hello boys, so new season, first race with Monza, Temple of Speed, and we know it's a new season, so and first race at Monza itself, so we can expect a lot of happening, a lot of action on track, I feel. And first corner, we know, I think I don't need to introduce anything for that. It's first corner, anything can happen. And one more thing you have to remember, it's a marathon here, it's not a sprint. Right. So it's proper marathon. You can't win the race in the first corner. So, yep, Helium. What are your how should I, expectations from this season and from this race today?
Well, my expectations are high given that we have changed race formats, which I will make the audience understand now. So before we were two race type format league, that is one sprint and endurance. Now we have moved to a three race format where we include a dash race, which this one is. So dash race is basically a 45-minute race, and there's a fixed pit stop that the drivers have to do. Now I won't go into the details, but that is basically the overview. Now, given the change of the format, then and that many drivers don't know what to do in terms of strategy, in terms of how they have to drive to conserve their tires and all. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the new drivers cope up with this format and to see the experienced drivers make the best of it. What do you think?
Yep. So it's a 15-minute quali, a 45-minute race with the one mandatory pit stop, which is I think 25 seconds fixed for it. So that's 25 seconds lost in the pit stop. So you have to time it really well because 25 seconds is a lot to lose. And that too, when you're just standing in the pits, you have to consider time like while you entered the pits and you're exiting the pits. So yeah, now we move on to the hot lap for our track.
So this is Davlish Singh, finished in top 3 for last season, going into the first corner, braking at around 150 meters, turning right for the first, quickly left for the second, going towards Curva Grande, and this is fully flat out. Now the
Wait,
next couple of corners.
I
Yeah.
think it's not the hot lap, they're just driving.
Yeah, this is driving. This is not a hard
We
lap.
don't have any
Oh,
hot laps in ACC.
I'm just commentating on it.
okay, well, I'm
Going,
confused.
yeah, it's fine. No worries. Going to corners 4 and 5, also known as De La Roggia, entering into the first Lesmo. You have to pick your braking point. There aren't many basically braking markers for this. There is one for here, the 50-meter board for the second Lesmo. Very easy on the power. That's an interesting delivery, I have to say. Focusing on the Japanese makers of the car, I'm guessing, although this is a Lamborghini, so I'm kind of confused. Going towards the second straight of this track, which this one has three, and entering Ascari's first turn, going into second, gonna have to be very smooth with the throttle. And we just lost the feed. Okay, we're back. Going on to the third straight, entering the Parabolica, which is now renamed to Curva Alboreto. which I will not say because it's difficult to pronounce, sorry to the Italian fans, but as he puts the power down, almost exiting the Sorvalveretto, also known as Parabolica, going to the finish line. Let's see what the time will be. And it's a 147.5.
Well, that's a really good time. I mean, there's a lot more to come, but I think that's a decent time after I think the patch, because after the patch, I think the cars are not that fast as usual. They like before they were. I think earlier people used to do 46s here, if I'm not wrong. Am I right, Helium?
Yeah, they were able to 46 highs. I mean, the aliens are still able to do that. That's a different story. But I think the main thing to focus on is not so much on who was the champion of last season, is 6 tenths behind WC. So
Well,
looks like Livestream is out for blood.
well, it's just the start, so there's a lot more to
Hey,
come, as I said.
I like to make early predictions.
Okay.
What's your
So yeah,
prediction? Let's see.
for VC, not so awesome is an highlight, of course, but Prakhar Vats, dude, how can we ignore that guy? Prakhar Vats is racing as well, so
Hey, I did
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Prakhar was
So
radical for last season, I'm assuming. He was not racing last season. Didn't do too many races. I am assuming, I don't remember correctly. But looks like he's back. Tanish, you have any words about him? I don't remember too much.
yep. I'm really like looking forward to see him on track. How he'll perform in the quali or the race, which in quali he's doing really good till now. But let's see what will happen, because we know he's a really consistent driver, and instead of being very fast in quali, he wants to be a lot more consistent and fast in the race. So even if he doesn't get a very good quali, he know how to get it in the race. So yep, let's see, as we have 20 drivers on the grid today, which I think will make the race a bit more exciting for our audience. Okay,
And
as we
as
see,
we
there's a
see, I
Ferrari.
think that's a Ferrari losing it. That's, I think, electric, if I'm not wrong.
Well, well, the livery looks similar.
Yeah. And here's Moto breaking into the Parabolica in the
And
McLaren. So
yes,
that's an interesting
Moto.
choice. I don't remember that you were choosing that one.
Yep, Moto is another highlight for the today's race, because I think he also didn't race last season with us, right?
No, this is his debut. This is the debut race
Okay,
for Moto in this game.
so we have a rookie on the grid with a McLaren.
Yes, very interesting choice of combination, but let's see. We'll find
Yep,
out during the course of the season.
yep. As we are on board with Deepak. Well, I don't think we are on board. We are on TV cam with Deepak in that Audi, which I was discussing with him earlier. Like he was planning to, drive an Audi, and as now we have seen, there's a new Evo 2, I think, in the game. So he'll be soon. Is it the Evo 2? I'm confused between Evo and Evo 2. Both look similar,
Eh, well, you can't see from here, so, and I don't know the difference between
because we don't
the
know the sign up.
aerodynamics.
Yep,
Yeah,
signups closed earlier, so maybe he chose the Evo, the first, like the original Evo.
yeah.
So
I mean, looks like the last one.
yep. But till now, I think he is doing a really clean lap. Let's see what position he'll be on after the finishing this lap. And as we can see, the current temperatures are 20. Wait, can you helium? Do you know that? Because I am not aware of this. What's
So the
that
ambient
20?
temperature is 28. That means basically the temperature of the air around the track,
Okay,
and the track temperature is 35 degrees. So
so
usually the tire temps are mostly varied because of the ambient temperature more than the track. Obviously, the track temperature plays some role, but I've seen most of the drivers change their tire pressures according to the ambient, which is on the left one for all the viewers. It's a good thing the track is of optimum grip. It gives most grip for all the drivers.
okay,
And
and he goes
we
P12.
see Deepak Raj going into P12, car number 95, driving the Audi R8.
As I can see right now, the field is a very scattered. Everyone's like 7 tenths, one and a
Yeah,
half seconds, dude. The Vries has put a really good. Okay, he improved it by 3 tenths. That's
yes,
why.
that's the thing.
And Prakhar was also improved it. But I think,
So another thing that we should probably introduce is the class system. So this is not like F1. All drivers are not in the same class. This is divided into three. There's a pro class, there's amateur, and there's a silver. The top drivers are in the pro class. They are determined by their pace. They're basically grouped by their pace. The second fastest are the silvers, and the lowest are the amateurs. And all three classes will have their separate championships. I am not sure on that. I will get back to you on that after I confirm that. Tanish, what do you think? Who will win for the pro? Who will win for the silver? If you want to make some very, very early prediction.
Well, to be honest, even an arm driver can finish above a silver or a pro driver. But to be honest, if we consider who is winning in it in their like respective classes, I think seeing the current scenario, the Vlish looks really good, really fast to win this race. Because till now, even like, oh, okay, in the background, I see there's a car spinning at Ascari. That's, I think, okay, that was 8th Sil, and he lost his car at Ascari, which we know is a very difficult corner. So,
Yeah.
yeah, for pro class, I think it's the Vlish. For silver, I am expecting. There might be a battle between Deepak and Eitzel for it. I'm not sure who will win it, but I think maybe Deepak or Eitzel. And for AM class, which I think is very close. Dude, it's difficult from the AM class because they are really close to each other in terms of pace. I think Don or Casey, because I think Casey is the most experienced driver in the AM class, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. He's also the admin of the server. I don't know if I should be telling that or not, but I'm pretty sure I should be saying bad things about it.
So I think there's some personal enmity. So you want him to win in his class or not?
Yeah, of course, of course. I want him to win. I am
Okay.
biased that way.
Okay, okay. So, yep. I
Let's talk
mean, like
about pro class. Pro class, what do you say? First top three. I think you
first
know
top
everyone.
three.
The
I
top
mean
three of
that's
pro class.
I mean that's a very straightforward prediction, to be honest. I mean it can change, but dude, I think it's a very straightforward prediction because Davlish
No.
Prakar
You don't. You
Nasamasu.
can't give it in random order. You have to tell the order. That's the thing.
Order.
That's the
Ah.
yes.
So as I said, the winner would be Davlish. So Davlish P1. Masum Prakhar. Battle is very close. But
1500
should I
right now.
give slight advantage to the car here as well? BMW M4 GT3? Maybe Prakhar P2? Not Masum P3? But what's your say on this?
I have the same list honestly.
Okay, so you just wanted to confirm if I'm thinking the same thing or not.
Yep, that's why I made you go first.
Okay, so
I mean,
I,
I think the BMW right now is pretty OP. On top of that, it's Prakhar who's driving it. And I mean, no disrespect to Mason, he is pretty quick. He won the championship last year. He's very consistent. He has got better race pace than the two of them probably. Again, no offense to anyone, don't kill me after this stream. But I will say that Davlish, as of now,
hmm,
has is the favorite this season, for me. Although I have been told that he is a Monza merchant. So yeah, these are just early predictions. Let's see what happens, and I hope no one gets commented across.
yep, that's true because if dude, even if one driver gets the commentators, because it's get difficult to commentate, right? We don't want drivers to crash or something. We don't want to jinx them. We want them to drive really good and give some like put up a great show for our audience.
Yes, exactly.
So it just makes life for commentators a bit more difficult.
Mm.
Okay,
We've also started on enabling the donations. So if you like our stream, please give us a like. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you really like it, please donate if you want to, so that we can keep running this uh, league. And I think we see some car going out of Ascari. So yeah.
Guys,
yep.
if you didn't notice yet, Masoom has gone to P2.
Hey, that's great. So
Okay,
he
so
improved. I think he improved almost 2 tenths there to go P2, but still quite far off from Devlish.
And
So
Davlish
and
improved even
Doublish
further.
again improves a 10.
Devlish
So
responded
either
responded
they
that
were
really well.
watching the stream and just trying to do something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait for qualifying to finish. How
Dude, why
much
it
time
looks
is
like
left?
Devlish is just waiting for Masum, okay? Just like Masum puts a better lap and Devlish like, I'll respond to it. Masum puts a better lap, I'll respond to it. So it's just like action and reaction.
Yeah,
Okay. But dude, I would be honest, I would not count Jackster or Panda out because we know these are the really good drivers as well. I think Panda might suffer here because of that Porsche because from what I've heard, the Porsche's top straight speed is not that good.
no,
And
this is not the most favored track. Yeah, go on.
yep, so I think Panda might find it a bit difficult because of his car, but nonetheless, these drivers are really fast. Jackson and Panda, so I'll not count them out in the pro class for a podium as well.
Yeah, me neither.
So yeah, we I think we'll be having a great race soon. But let's wait for the quali to get over, which I don't know when it will get over because I cannot see any time.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I can just see drivers putting in laps, getting in better laps, and yep, dude. And I think the field is not that close in this race, especially
Okay,
top five.
so the timer is run out. We are waiting for the last cars to end their laps. As we
So,
see that there's a wait time period
so it's final
shown up
lap for
now.
everyone on track,
Yeah, so anyone
and
on lap
top
right now?
three is done, and it's Davlish on pole, Masum P2 and Prakhar P3. So let's see what happens in the race.
Prakhar is in the pit, so I think the top five are done with their laps. Let's see who can improve.
Myth in our chat says he has done a 45, and if he was racing, he would have done a 45 here. So we know Myth, you are fast, sir, but why you know race? So you have to tell us that why you're not racing here.
Also, Myth, we cannot take your word for it. We're gonna have to show. I'm sorry. I know you're an amazing driver, but yeah, I have to say,
Okay, Myth's
come
prediction is
on
that
the.
Panda gonna do. Okay, he is in the pit. So Myth, your prediction is not right. Sorry, sir. And I think that's quali over for us, and we have the final grid for the race. Wait, I
We
think I'm
have
a
a
bit
few
too.
drivers left. Fake
So
is one who's rounding off the last corner and going to the line, and he improves by 200ths. So, but that doesn't change his position, so does not matter.
and
So this
that's
is the
quali
end of
over.
quali.
So that's quali over, and we have the final grid for the race. So Helium, now what are your thoughts? Like, what's gonna happen in the race?
Well, it's a long, long way from turn one. The slipstream is not that strong as compared to what do you say, F1, but it's still there. And so I think turn one is going to be interesting either way. Obviously, it's turn one of Monza, it's always interesting. Let's run down the grid for once. The Vilish is on pole. Is, yeah, thank you. He does a 47.1, 47.1, which is 7.2 tenths clear of the guy in second who is not so maso.
Point 0.7, sir. I think you just got confused with
7.2,
the
I
words.
I said 7.2 tenths.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, point 0.7 of seconds away from the Singh. Prakhar is very close in third, 400ths of a difference. Then comes Jackster. That is the top four. These are all pro class. Then after that is eight cylinders, who's from the silver class. Then is Tegiswan, Deepak Raj, Moto, and Noob. Surprisingly, a pro driver below a silver, which is not that much different from last season, but Panda is in 10th. Moving on to the amateurs, there's MJK, which is a new driver, Chalalab, Starmax Lord Electric. Then there's Psyduck Senior, which he was a silver class. Then there's Don, Casey, Raja, Kaake, Washing Powder Nirma, and Supreme Leader Admiral Aladdin, who will now be called only Aladdin. is the last driver on the grid. The last three have not set a time. Moving on to the start of the session, we have 10 seconds left. So let's make a quick one. Who is there going to be a crash or no?
See, when we start to approach the first corner, then we say first corner is not too far. Even when you start braking, first corner is not too far. So you have to brake as early as I can to prevent the crash. But let's see who is bold enough and decides, no, I'll brake at my braking point. I'll still make the corner. So let's see. We don't know
Yeah,
what's gonna happen. But I would really enjoy a crash, to be honest.
yeah,
I
me
should
too.
not say that.
I love chaos.
Yep, but I think our drivers are really good and they'll take it really clean and we'll have a really great show on our hands. So let's see as they start to move towards the start finish line, and we'll be starting with the race soon, as till now it's not green. And yep, they are approaching to the start finish line and we'll wait for the green. When it will be green, let's see. Okay, there's a bit too. Okay, is it green?
I think,
Okay,
yeah, now they've gone to full throttle.
green,
Masoom
green,
moves into the
green.
slipstream of the lead Singh. Prakhar tries to get out of it by going on the runoff. That's not a good idea. Okay, there's some
Touch
contact
the
before turn
touch,
one.
Martin. Okay, he Prakhar, no, take it
And
easy.
Prakhar
Oh,
goes on the grass, keeps it easy. There's a BMW going behind, going on the grass, and he
I hope he
saves it
doesn't cause any
somehow.
mess. Okay, he rejoined safely, and I think that's all clean at the back. And as we see, Davlish keeps the lead. Masum P2 and Prakhar P3. I think Jackster also keeps his P4, and it's still P5. Okay, so that's P5 for you guys, like top five of our list. And
No,
I,
Deepak Raj moves from P7 to P5. The Edsel has lost a few places. I don't know where he is. I think he lost one place. Deepak Raj with the amazing start.
I think
As we
Star Max
see,
Plus didn't have a great start because he's P20 and he started a bit higher. So, yep, sad for him. That would be frustrating in the first race. You don't want this to happen, but I hope he'll make that position back.
Edsel
Let's see.
start going from bad to worse. He's down to P10, I think. I am not sure. The timing chart is not updating that quickly. As
Uh,
we see a train of car entering Ascari, this should be interesting. Let's see if everyone gets out
yep,
of it
and
very well.
I think I'm really happy because although we saw like Masum and Prakhar touching and there was a BMW on the grass, but that was a really clean start. That was a really clean start.
I have
Everyone,
to agree.
every driver respected each other. They gave them like proper space on the track, and I am really happy with that. Okay, there's a Ferrari locking up, I think, not making the corner properly, missing the apex, but still going side by side with that BMW. Who will win this drag race to the first corner? Is the has the like I think BMW got a lot more power than the Ferrari. Okay, there's wheel
Why
banging
can't
going
they
on.
stop touching them on struts?
So it's just
Like they
like a
should
gentle
not make
tap of
contact
hi,
on
hello
straight.
while passing, and I'm overtaking you. Bye bye, like this.
They pretty much break at the same point. They go side by side into the
Okay,
first corner,
Panda.
go
I
into
think
the second corner. There's a Porsche. The Porsche of Panda is just stationary on the exit of second corner. Eitzel loses two more position. Electric moves towards P10. I think I'm not sure. Panda is also on the fight, going on the outside of Curva Grande, going into turn four. They are two abreast. There's Noob goes first, then Electrip. Panda tries to make a move into third turn four,
okay,
but
someone
couldn't.
is taking the runoff.
That's Edsel trying to avoid all the action and take the runoff, and he loses two more positions. That is not good for Edsel. I think we're having too much commentators on him.
Yeah, I think we should just stop comment like we should just stop our commentary on the driver and say okay, everything is going on. Let's not be particular to our driver. Just say in general, okay, everyone is driving really good or they are driving like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, so I think there's okay. Two cars are going wheel to wheel towards Ascari. I don't know is it a good idea or not, but let's see. Who will? Okay, I think that it's the Ferrari who should I say
So that's,
yielded.
I think, Electrip and Panda going side by side. Panda winning that one. Now
Yep,
there's Casey in the other Porsche going side by side with Electrip into Curva Alberto or Parabolica, for
Panda's
those who don't
experience
know.
coming in play at that battle.
Casey breaks late, goes on the outs. side. Now the Porsche does not have that top speed, so he's gonna have a little. That's gonna be hard for him because the Ferrari is
Okay,
quick on the
it's
straight.
3. Will it be? Okay, I don't know if it would be 3 cars side by
It's
side
gonna be
towards the
three
first
wide.
corner.
Is
No,
it
I
gonna
think
be three wide? Okay, it's not.
it
Okay,
still took it safe. Let's not try to bin it.
yeah.
I think
As
in
I
the
think that's Madhav going on the outside of electric, but does not work for him next
uh,
time.
and I think there are a lot of like board. Should I say like that? Should I don't know what do we call it, but that
Barge boards?
they were like debris of those
Yeah,
boards on the track,
I
which
don't think that makes too much difference for the cars. These are like
I think
100,
we should get
1000
a
kilo cars.
I think we should get a red flag and okay force them to start the race again because you want to see that first corner action again. Will they be clean again or not?
Look
Oh,
at
okay.
that, 5 cars going behind each
That
other.
was a really great shot to be honest. Like 5 cars, it was like a snake, proper snake. Dude, it's a really good shot, man. Those cars just behind another. As we see, one
Okay,
of
I think
our one of the
there's,
members in chat is seeing Casey holding up everyone. Okay.
well, I still want him to win.
Which he is currently in his class, so that's good.
Looks like Prakhar and Jackster are a little close. No, they're not now.
I think we can go on board with P13. I think there's a battle going on. These guys are really close. Yep,
So
as we
Edsel
see.
is trying to make a move on Madhav.
But I think
The
the
Mercedes has too much of straight line pace.
plus
The
that
Mercedes does
slipstream
not
from
have that.
Ferrari is helping him a
Yeah,
lot.
that
Will
must
he
be
make the
helping a
move? Will
lot.
he not? Will he make the? Okay, he takes it safe. And okay, he just forced the Mercedes driver to just miss that apex and take a I should say a different line than usual, which compromises exit for the Curva Grande, which I don't know if it would help the BMW driver or not. I think he's gonna
I think
overtake
it is
him
helping me.
before the
He's
De
in
La
the.
Roya chicane. Will he go for it? Will he not? Okay, he
He
sent
brakes
it.
late. He goes into turn for De La Rogia and he
And
comes out
that
victorious.
that was great racing, guys. That was great racing. He made that mistake. He touched that inside curve slightly, which I was a bit scared because that curve could just throw you onto the track in the middle of the track. But that was great racing. Your thoughts on this, Helium?
I think Edsel has great race pace. He's got good overtaking. I think just needs to get into his focus and just drive, which he is doing right now. He just did an amazing pass on Madhav, Chalila, sorry.
Yep.
I've been calling him Madhav very long.
And Assassin, our streamer, can you just press F2 and wheel? I think we just need to make some changes to it. I think we want you to press F2. Thank you. And yeah, moving back to the race. So Davrish Singh has created a 2-second lead over Not So Masoom, followed by a 2-second lead of Masoom from Prakhar. So these guys just separate like 2 seconds from each other.
The top four are distributed within 2 2 seconds. That's
Yeah.
that's interesting to see.
So and yeah, I think okay. So let's see who is battling on track. Who's gonna make some bold moves? Till now, I can see it's a train. I think we should go on board with Nirma. Lan. I think okay, he pit. Okay. Okay, that's
That's
MJK who
MJK coming
pitted.
into the pits.
Yeah, hello
Did they
boys, what's up? How
touch?
is it going?
Hello, Kake. How are you doing? So it's going really great. I think you saw on the stream the first corner was really great, which we usually don't expect a lot from Monza. And that's it. Like there's a lot of bold moves coming in, some clean racing, great racing going on here.
Yes, absolutely. And then just one thing, if you can press F2, we can I think toggle the setting which shows the timer.
I am
We can
doing
learn
that,
also.
but there's nothing that's happening.
Right. Can you go to basic HUD? Nothing there. I think the previous version would be the best then. Yep, you can go back to the previous version. That was the best. And yeah. So I'll just confirm the times by watching other people stream. But yeah, brilliant start as you mentioned, Tanish. Pretty clean, and we have Worship the Panda who has already done his pit stop, and MJK is also in the pits now.
Well,
So
I'm
two
not
drivers.
sure if Worship the Panda and MGK touch because Panda's car and MGK's car before like pitting, it looked really like messy to be honest from the back. They might have been involved into an incident, I'm not sure.
Right, that's completely possible. Monza is a track that really, if you get contact, you lose so much top speed. So this compulsory pit might come in handy for lots of people actually. And plus, regarding the times, we are 10 minutes into the race, so 35 minutes more to go. And out of 20 drivers, I think one has already left, and
Okay.
two of them have pitted already.
And
And
is it Davlish behind Panda?
I think
It
yes. Yep.
is Davlish.
Dude, Panda will not be
Oh,
happy with this.
yeah, Panda getting the blue flags now. He will have
Yup,
to
he
give way.
was he was supposed to be battling him on track, but seeing him being lapped from his competitor, he would not
Yeah.
be feeling great. But that's racing, so
Yep,
it's
as
not.
we
He
see
his-
also should
right there.
remember that he has done his pit stop. Panda has done his pit stop. Davlish hasn't. So that's around 40 seconds that Davlish has not done.
True, true. That's absolutely true. But
Yep.
Davlish is just a monster around this track. We saw in quali how he just obliterated everyone and just went yeah, 5 tenths faster, 6 tenths faster was it than Masoom. And yeah, he's just in another league on Monza, especially in the Lambo.
Yep, but I would not count Masum or Prakhar out because from what I have seen, these drivers just try to take it a bit easier at the start of the race just to get those, tire temperatures to the optimum and just to take care of the tires. But will it? Okay, that was unfortunate. I don't know Moto and I think other car was Noob. Ah, dude, that's unfortunate for
Yeah,
these two. Well, I don't think
damn.
anyone was at fault here, but that was really unfortunate.
Yeah,
Being the rookie of this race of the season and his debut race, I think this was really not great for him.
yes, and now Itzel takes the
Bef-
opportunity with both his hands,
Yep,
gets
because
past Noob as well.
before that he was performing. I mean, he was performing really good before that. He was, I think, in top 10 in his debut race, which is really good. But
Yes,
that's unfortunate.
absolutely.
It's not always in your favor. And Noob also, sad for him. But okay. So if we move on, and I think okay, Davlish is just extending the gap to Masu. He's
Yeah.
not. He's like just leave everything, just push, push, push every lap.
He's just flying apart from everyone else. He's like, I don't care who you are. I'm the leash. I go fastest. I go win, and I just thrash everyone around Monza, and that's
Okay,
what he
well,
is
well, that's
expected
some
to do.
bold words from you. Okay, so it's okay. And Starmax Laws is 11 seconds behind the driver in front. Okay, that's a bit too far behind, but no issues.
Yeah,
And if
impressive performance from Deepak as well, who is trying out the new Audi, and Aladina and Deepak both being the guys to get
so,
their hands on the new Audi Evo
So
2.
Deepak is driving the new Audi. So he got the chance
Yes.
to change it just before the season because the car just got launched 2-3 days before.
Yep, absolutely. The car launched 2 days before the new DLC pack, and this was the only GT3 car out of the 5 new cars. And both Aladdin and Deepak decided to just, jump on the wagon of the new car, and here they are. Deepak currently leading the silver class in 5th position. That's an impressive showing from him so far. And then we have Tegus One, a seasoned racer who has been here with us for a couple of seasons now. Itzel as well, running P3 in the Silver Championship. Then we have Casey, Electrip, and Shalaluk for the AM class. And as expected, Noob is in the pits, and I think that's the blue McLaren of Moto. So both of them coming into the pits now, with of course some really visible damage as well.
Yep, I mean that was a very unfortunate incident because I think that was at really high speed as well. So I think there would be a lot of damage to both of the cars.
Yes, indeed, and
And this shot from the Scary chicane, dude, this
yeah,
shot is really
absolutely
good. The car
beautiful.
going over those curves, and it's really
For
great.
some reason, he has Japan on the back of his Lambo. That's odd.
Okay, on a Lambo.
Yeah. Anyways.
Should have driven a Honda, no? The hell?
Looks nice though. That livery
Yep.
looks really
Who
nice.
cares
No
if the
doubt
car
about
looks
that.
nice, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Until it comes to the owner of the company or the origin.
We just
Yeah.
hope that he's not sued by Honda or Lambo.
Not Honda, to be honest. Maybe Lambo itself. It's like, no, why not a Italian or a Lambo, like Italian, right? Why not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Yep,
Italian?
Italian.
Italian. Lambo
Yeah,
is Italian.
Italian, Lambo Italian.
Yep. Okay, as you see, it's washing power Nirma is driving the Aston Martin. Helium, you are quite experienced driver with Aston. Tell me how the car feels on this track. Is it fast? Is it sluggish? Is it slow? How is it?
So it's good.
Moto got a DSQ. What? How
That's
has that
interesting.
happened?
Well,
Ah,
did he
And he
even
has left
speeding
the
in the
session
pit
as
lane
well.
doesn't give you a DSQ, right?
yeah, it gives you a stop and go 30 seconds after you exit the pits.
I think it's very unfortunate from his first race, all these things happening.
Yeah, probably something related to the pit stop settings might have been messed up, but that's
Maybe.
really unfortunate to see him getting
But
disqualified.
no issues. Moto, next race will come back strong, so all the best. It's a long season. So, yep, all the best for the upcoming races, sir.
Yep, as we are on board Psyduck, who is in a battle with Washington and Nirma right now. Quite some visible damage marks on Psyduck's car. That Lexus is a straight line merchant. It's like really fast on the exits and just really, it's probably one of the fastest car along with Nissan and of course the Ferrari. And as we see, he goes really wide out of this Moto, and that's not gonna help his cause of chasing Nirma. But yeah, this Lexus is a really strong car in the right hands. And let's see if he can, gain some positions right now.
I think we should go on board with Nirma because before the race I was seeing him telling God, please, please download his livery and show him, like show it properly on the stream. So I think we should go over with this. Okay.
Yes, of course, he has the
Washing powder
official
Nirma.
logos.
Wait, what's that written?
Yeah,
I
that's
No,
the
that's
Nirma logo.
yeah, that's it in Nirma.
Okay, so Nirma. Okay, that's IRC on. Is it IRC on top or is that India flag? I think it's
That's
Yep.
the
the
Indian
Indian
flag.
flag. That's really great from
Yes,
him.
Nirma staying true to his name, I would say.
And I would have been really happy if he was driving at the front with that Indian flag on top, but still he's driving great. And as always, our flag is high, so I'm really happy with
Yeah,
that.
looks like Electropan. Yep, I was about to say Electropan and Casey are in a battle as well. And Casey in the lead of the AM class for the moment in this race. Shalalak also close behind, a couple of seconds behind. And it should be really nice to see this battle. Electric going, way too late on the brakes there. Keeping it steady. And now Casey still gets a decent exit. And now onto Lesmo 1. Both of them keep it really tidy, no one going really wide, using all the AstroTurf to your advantage. And once again for the Lesmo 2. Oof,
Okay, that
kicks
was
the
very
curb a bit
twitchy.
heavily. Yeah.
I think he just went and geared down extra because as soon like he started to go on the power, curb plus I think that one gear lower like made him lose a rear. I think I'm not sure.
Yep. Ferrari's also a twitchy car if you don't set it up properly. And especially on the Lesmo curves, it really wants to, kill you, drag you across the track. And back to Tegas one now, who is on the main straight, trying to
Meanwhile,
get that slipstream behind Deepak Raj.
I, okay, well I think we are on board with take his one.
Yep, a bit of
So
textile factory going on, a bit
yeah,
of weaving
but
here and there.
I, I really like this, that camera angle from the BMW, because it feels like you're sitting really high. I don't know if that's the case in real life.
That's a
But
helmet cam.
That's
You
a
can
helmet
see,
cam.
helmet cam.
yeah.
okay, that's a
So
helmet
you
cam.
can
So
see that
basically,
there's a
that's
chin guard at the
proper.
bottom of the screen.
So that's a
Yeah.
proper driving position, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is how a driver looks in an AC3 car. Not
So
AC3 car, GT3 car. Sorry, that's my bad.
yep. So I think it's giving him a really good, idea of the track around him, the curbs, where his car is on the track. And dude, that livery is also really good with those blue wheels and that black on the whole car. It's looking really, it's like
Oh,
okay.
I
Deepak
think
has lost it out of
Uh,
Lismo too. Oof. And he was
I'm
there into the wall
hoping
for
that the
he
a
was
moment.
driving
liveries.
so good till now. He was P5 before that. I hope he doesn't get a lot of damage with that, because dude, he was driving really good and deserved to be there.
Yes, absolutely. He was having great race till that time. Just a slight bit of oversteer out of Lismo too, where if you touch that sand, the car just suddenly spits towards the right, and that's probably
Yep.
what happened with him.
Plus, I think driving that new car, new Audi, not a lot of experience with that car, so might be that as well. We don't know.
Yes,
After
absolutely.
tires losing the grip, we don't know how the car will start to behave.
Yes, indeed. And we are back on board with Electra, who's still behind Casey. The gap down to 0.2 seconds now, just two tenths separating them. Let's see how the the Parabolica turns out for both of them. And Electra, both of them going for the line in the middle of the track. And Casey trying to cut back slightly to. And oh,
And
he
Casey
decided
went
to
into the
quit.
pits. And
Yep.
also, not so Masoom and Deepak are also into the pits. So that's second driver in the pro class, first driver in the silver class. I think that's Moto and Noob. But yeah, now we're gonna start seeing some strategy outcomes from these drivers. Again, we can't see the time. I'm guessing it's
Yeah,
around
just.
halfway.
Yep, about 24 minutes to go. So yeah, halfway into the race.
So we
So
are exactly halfway. So obviously everyone will be
yep,
going
people
into the
will be
pits.
pitting in.
Now
Yeah,
the
it's like
interesting part,
this. Yeah,
yeah,
1 second. This like 25-second pitch of what advantage it gives you. Like it's not necessary you just put in 1 liter and you automatically fuel to 25. You can go for like very low fuel runs, about 20-25 liters, around 30 liters on each run if you plan to do the pit stop right in the middle. So that's what I think most of the drivers are doing, and in a couple of laps, more drivers should be in the pits.
the thing is that you obviously this is a 45-minute race and the tires can hold on for 45 minutes pretty
Yep.
well. So you don't actually have to change tires. So even if you get damaged, those 25 seconds are enough to get rid of that damage. So it really reduces the amount of difference that you would have if it was a tire changing normal pit stop.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the strategies are gonna have to be very different. The drivers, oh, that's a weird place to keep a car.
Huh. Something has happened to Tegazan, I think.
I think that is disconnection because
I feel, yeah, some technical glitch because you can't just go really, straight out of
I
into
mean you would
Parabolica.
probably brake. That's a long way.
Yeah. That seems like an unfortunate incident for Tegas one.
As we
And
see two cars coming into the pits, that's Electric and Charles. Itzel also making his pit stop.
yep, and previous lap we saw Prakovac going out of the pits. Sorry, he's going out of the pits. So
He is coming out of the pits. Let's see how he comes out as compared to Natsuma Soon, who pitted the lap earlier. And he comes out clear of Masoom. Was he
yeah,
ahead of Masoom or behind?
he was just one place behind Masoom.
So the undercut is not good here then. Or Masoom had some problem during his outlap.
Oh, that's I think
That's an interesting
MJK who
line.
got a bit confused with the blue flags procedure. I believe he was not sure what to do right there when Praka came out of the pits, but no unfortunate incident because of that. So Prakha gets P3 now. Nirma running in P2 is yet to pit. So
So Prakhar
it's
is in effective P2 right now.
yes, the Prakha is effective P2. Is Davli still out there? Has he done
I
his pit
believe
stop?
so. I think he is out there because the gap, according to the gap, he must be out there. He should not have a 50-second gap. to the
Yeah,
pits
that's
with
true.
the pit stop done.
Yes, yep. That means it's effectively Prakhar P2 now, so definitely Masoom
Nirma.
lost a position there.
Nirma is driving, dude. Nirma must be really happy in that place. I should not say it, but he would be like, okay, what is this place where I am?
Yeah, that's true. This is a unconventional place for a washing powder, Nirma. He's a good
So,
driver, I have to say, but he has his quirks
yeah, so
Yep.
can we go
while
to the
driving.
interval, the different interval timings where we get the drivers? Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, so that's the leash car number 2 we see on
And
the
he's
main
already
straight
in the
right now.
pits.
I
Yep,
think
he has
Nirma
pitted as
Nirma
well.
got annoyed. He pitted. He
Look
don't
at
want
look
to
at
drive.
his. Why do you guys look at his bonnet? Did you see that?
Of
Oh,
course,
that's Salman Khan
Salman
with
Khan.
blonde hair. That's amazing.
I think we need to get a focus. Okay, should we?
You'll
Or
get
should
it
we
on
not?
stream anyway.
No, no, it's
It's gonna be
Salman's
on
team be right
stream,
on
and
our
I'm
doors.
sure it's gonna be on the VC after this race. He must be very happy with that livery. Okay,
Yep. So
Pavlish is
as
out
it
of the pits.
stands, yep, the Vleesh is out of the pits. So and since Nirma is in pits, P2 will go to Prakhar, P3 Masoom. And let's see where Nirma will come out. He has stayed out the longest, I would say, because Starmax is the only one apart from him left. And he has also come into the pits. Teg is one, of course, had an unfortunate incident going into Parabolica. So I think he will be having that control logged while I think he's in CRTG most probably.
I think that's still a disconnection because his car is not even turned on right now.
Yeah, likely.
So I think everyone is just clearing their pit stops. There are only two left.
I
One
think
left
we
technically.
should get
Starmax.
a idea of what's the time remaining of the race because it's not
Yeah.
visible to our streamers. So I think we need to get it
Yeah, we
done. Let
have
me
20
check.
minutes left. 19
And
minutes.
we have crossed the halfway point of the race, and it's 20 minutes left in the race. Almost, I think it was some 19 minutes, right? 19 and a
Yeah,
half,
it's
something like
19
that.
minutes here over here.
Yep,
So
19 minutes
19
left.
minutes will be around 12 laps, I think.
No, it should be less than that, I think. Around 10 laps, I would say.
Okay, let's say 10 laps.
Yeah,
Let's
10,
Dan?
yeah.
we have 10 laps of action
Yeah?
left. We are
Can
on
we
board
get like
Nirma.
that delta? Not delta, I should say the difference between the interval time. on
Yep, the
leaderboard?
immediate interval time.
Yep, thank you. So I think the battle we can see is between Noob and Electrip. I think we should go on board with Noob because he's the closest one. Yep, and it's the battle of Ferraris. And
Yeah,
the difference is a battle between is a silver class driver and an AM class driver. So let's see who's gonna win it.
yep, it's been an impressive showing from Electric so far, and plus he'll take that confidence into the AOR endurance round. That's tomorrow.
Yep,
So,
all the best to him. All the best
Yep.
to all the drivers taking part in that race. And okay, the Ferrari following a Ferrari. Is it a okay? Should we
Did
say
you
the
just say that in an
Ferrari
Italian
uncle, the
accent?
Ferrari uncle.
Did you just say that in an Italian accent?
Of course,
I think
it's
he
Monza,
tried.
it's
That
a
was not
Ferrari.
successful.
Ferrari.
So
Okay.
this, honestly, every fan of the Corsi, every fan of Ferrari would be very happy to look at this. But let's wait for round one. What is going to
It's a
happen? I
Ferrari
think.
which is going for the first corner. Dive
And
bomb,
Noob
not a
breaks
dive bomb.
late,
That
and he
that's too
overshoots
late.
the corner.
That's
As
too
Yeah,
it
he
late.
braked
rounds
really
to-
late, and he
Don't
should
join
give
like
back.
that.
Oh,
No,
not
no,
like that.
don't
I
join like
think
that.
he has to give up that place. I don't know if he
Yep,
will.
Yes, if it
I
was
but
F1, Hamilton and Max would be crying bonkers right now.
I
But yeah, he
Yeah.
should give that position back. Electrif is
Yep.
flashing as we see.
Yep. I think he would give it back at this corner, which I'm
No, it
expecting.
does not look like.
Ah,
And
that was
that was
close.
pretty close for comfort.
Yep.
Yeah, Noob is not looking like he's gonna
I think
Yeah,
get that
not
Electrip
place
giving
should
back,
an
so
keep
it's
inch
his
gonna
there.
have
cool
to be on
because
track.
he should not like lose his race because of that anxiety to just get past him. He should just wait now because it's done. He cannot change it, so you have to just drive properly now because sometimes drivers get
No.
anxious because like
Yeah.
you just said Verstappen. I should not say it, but yeah.
No, you can. It's last season news.
But he's
Tanish
still
likes to
driving.
avoid Tanish likes to avoid controversy, sparking it up.
Yes.
No, I love.
I want peace. Thank you.
Sure.
I think Deepak and Casey were also in a really close battle right now, just behind these two guys. With Deepak less than half a second behind Casey now. If we can go on board him, and Panda is also really close behind him.
I
So
think,
this is a 2-by-2 situation.
but I'm
where-
really happy. Deepak is still continuing. I think at least his car is good enough to continue. So I'm really happy with that.
Ooh, and he gets a really nice, nice close, what should I say, close
Yep.
line, if that's the correct terminology. But yeah, that's Casey. I
And I
think he knows
just
that the Porsche
noticed
is
one
not
thing,
the
I'm
fastest
sorry to
line on
cut you
speed.
off.
Yeah.
But Deepak is running a shoe brand livery. He has sketches written on his livery.
Nice. I think that's a default in-game livery, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, if that's true, then good. If it's not, then that's an interesting choice, I have to say. Yeah, I think
But-
this is
Yeah, the
not
Belgium
this is-
Audi
He's
looks like a
driving
default
is
livery.
really
default
good.
livery. Then
Even-
that's not an issue.
Like even with that, that damage, I think his car is a little damaged. He still got a lot of downforce and a great turn in through that corner, great traction to overtake the driver behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that he got a really nice, line on Parabolica, because he and
Yep.
both Aladdin have mentioned that
I'm
this
sorry to cut you off,
new
but
Audi.
Panda and
Yeah.
Nirma are going side by side into Lesmo 1, and Nirma defends that very well. Now
And
this
Panda takes
sector
safe.
2 should be good for the Porsche, but sector 3 and 1 are not that great, considering there are so many straights and Porsche are not that great.
Yep.
On
I
the
think
straights.
the car is even like getting very good exits. The car is making it difficult for the Panda to overtake the drivers, I think. Can you do you have an idea what's the top speed difference between these cars?
So it's around 10
Between a
kilometers per
Porsche
hour.
and let's say Aston Martin, which is battling.
Between these, it must be like around 5.
5
But between a
kph?
5 kph, yeah, that must be it. And I'm not gonna say that is it because I'm not too sure, but that is my guess.
I think
Panda tries to take a look, and he almost
that was
loses the
great
car.
save.
This car is very easy to lose. He's still drifting to the Parabolica, and okay. So he hangs on, but now this straight is gonna make him very.
I think he
frustrated
was just
because-
trying to get a very good traction, very fast traction, to be honest, just going
Yeah.
bam on that throttle and just losing that rear, which he managed to save it really well. Will he go for the move here? Will he go?
They both braked
No.
very late. I think
Okay, that
they both make the corner, but again.
Nirma is
I think
placing his
Panda
car
is-
at really right
yeah.
places.
Yeah, credits to him as well. Plus, Panda is playing it smartly, I would say, because as we have discussed, this Porsche doesn't have the top line speed compared to other cars. So he's just, slotting behind Nirma on the straights and just trying to plan his move into one of the chicanes. But yeah, Nirma is, planting that car really beautifully at the moment.
And while this is happening, Charles behind him in the Mercedes is slowly
Yeah,
honing into
catching
this
up to
battle.
them.
Okay, so there's a battle still going on between Nirma and Panda, which I think why it feels like Panda is just right now, playing with the driver while he's battling. So he's just keeping it, calm, keeping it just enjoying the driving. Because the car is just making it difficult to overtake with that very low straight line
Yeah,
speed.
exactly. I have to say one thing: nothing is calm about driving this car.
Absolutely.
Nothing about this car is calm. This car is so twitchy. The Ferrari is stable, according to this car.
So it
You-
just
you
gives you
can
more
have-
adrenaline.
You can have all the traction in the world, you still probably have some of wheel spin out of corners.
Okay.
I was
And-
thinking of driving this car this season. I drove 2 hours and I was like, nope, not doing it.
Not happening.
Not gonna put myself through that misery.
Not happening. I want to finish a race. I can't drive with this.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't complete a lap in 1 hour. I couldn't complete a lap of Monza. It's just completely straight in 1 hour.
So, salute
was
to
just
all the
like-
Porsche drivers here.
Meanwhile,
Okay,
Electrap has
and-
fallen
Okay.
behind Deepak.
And Nirma gets his
Oh
line wrong and
no!
there's a
And
gentle top
Panda
and
does
game model coming
contact
in
and
play,
as a
making
contact,
Nirma
and he's
lose
giving
the
back the
car.
place. That's very good sportsmanship.
And that means Madhav is now right
He's
behind
just
both of
playing it
them.
smart, just like you just come ahead of me slightly, I'll again go back in front of you.
Yeah,
No,
Panda
no,
got
Just
a
he's
really
that.
giving the
nice.
place. He's
Okay,
Yeah,
giving
that's
the
Panda
it.
got
place.
a really nice exit out of turn too. He wasn't expecting
And
Nima to
this
be that slow.
and this helped Madhav a lot. He's just
Yeah,
behind these two guys. And in that Merc as well, which I think is performing really good in the straight line.
And Madhav Chalilor tries to make a peek into that Lesmo 1, but he just slots in
I feel
before
like this
Lesmo 2.
small sneak peek through that corner is just like they're just, trying to distract the driver in front. Less like,
yeah,
I am coming, you mess up your line, don't take that apex.
yeah.
Mess your line up.
Just telling him I'm there, I'm there. Check your mirrors regularly. Mess up something. So yeah, big psychological plays coming all around.
Yep. And I see he's applying. Is it is Mercedes a car like which needs too much steering lock through the corners?
Yes, it's a
Yes,
sort of
a little bit
understeer in
more
the
than
Mercedes.
others.
As we
Okay.
see them going side by side, just for
Yeah. This
Parabolica,
this
Porsche
is
with the
deja
outside
vu.
line.
Okay, this time Nirma is in the inside. I think it's the
And
door. No.
oh no! Oh my
Oh my
God!
god.
Madhav gets into a
Again, I
collision with
think this is the
Panda.
second time
Panda
Panda.
just lost it into Parabolica and just collects
Yeah,
Madhav because of
unfortunate
that.
for
That's some
Leclerc,
serious
Charles
damage
Leclerc.
for Madhav.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's.
Nirma is dancing in that cockpit right now. He just gets out of that situation.
Yeah,
Nirma
With
dude, but
ease.
thanking Salman Khan and that Nirma brand ambassador.
dude, it
I,
felt like he
I
almost got it right. He almost corrected it, but it was not. It was not like that.
Yeah,
Plus,
not to
very.
be.
It's like it's happened to two drivers today. First, Noob got involved in the incident with Moto, and then Madhav. So yeah, these
that's
things
why
really
I'm an
frustrates
Aston
the
Martin
driver.
fan.
Like, when you are not you didn't even make a mistake. Neither the driver in front intentionally did something, but it just happened. For both of them.
Yeah. As we see
Yeah,
MJK currently a lap behind all the drivers. His first race, he is a new guy to race with us. His first race, first time
Well,
okay,
that's
I
ACC
good.
here.
see
He's not
Masum is
involved in a lot
less
of it.
than 2
That
seconds
car,
behind Prakhar.
dude. That car from the front. I think you should go on that TV cam. That car didn't look really like a lot good from that right hand side. If you
Yeah.
see,
That's a lot of damage.
yep, that's a lot
I
of
don't think the
damage.
car will be happy with that.
That's a lot of damage. Okay, so
Okay, Masoom and Prakhar, the gap is reducing lap by lap. I'm not sure how much of a pace difference there is,
Dan again,
but I
sir. We
think
need interval times. We can't. It
Sorry,
gets
I'm
difficult
sorry.
for us to
I
find
was I
drivers who are in the
was
battle.
AFK for a minute there, second there.
No worries,
no
sir.
issue,
No
no
worries.
issue. Okay,
Well,
so we haven't talked about Doublish, who has just run off for the
He is
race.
just in a league of his
dude, that
Yeah,
own.
14
15
He's
seconds
second
left.
lead. Come on.
so the
Dude, he's
Bleach
Yeah,
just
is
flying.
currently in a different server right now. He's
so
not racing with IRC boys
I'm
right.
not gonna give him commentator score, so let's move on because that's my
But
guy
still,
and I want him to
Davlish,
win.
a great
So
drive till now. 14 seconds on drivers like Prakhar and Masum really is something.
that
So, I should say, dude, I can't stop myself. That was great driving from him till now.
Yep,
Plus, I'm
and
not
and
sure.
he's coming
Okay,
up to lap drivers. They should move out the way after this corner. They
yep,
are in a
that's
battle, so
Dawn
that's
and Panda currently battling.
I think if they are battling, they are not obliged to, are they?
They can be
for a
smart
few
about
corners they
how they
can't.
give way.
Yeah, for a few
See,
they're
like,
allowed to battle for a few corners. After that, they'll have to give the way.
As
yep,
we
Dawn
see,
decides to give way.
Davlish is flashing. Okay, let me buy, let me
Yeah,
buy. Again, dude, he's lapping Panda again, which is okay. I should not say, which is very bad.
But you did say it anyway.
I mean, I told you I couldn't resist myself. I couldn't stop myself. So yeah.
okay, so the Blish is poised to win this one, and And I
Yeah,
see
with
that
just
Charlotte has moved away from Panda, so maybe the damage is affecting the Porsche more as compared to the Mercedes AMG, which is kind of obvious that is a
Why
goat.
it feels like Davlesh is just driving Hamilton, like Hamilton driving his 2020 car and just lapping the whole field with no one in the battle, and the
yeah.
drivers in P2 and P3 having a battle of their own, but the leader is just like separated from the whole grid.
Yep, just
Yes.
6 minutes to go now, approximately. So I
So
would
three
say
laps.
three to
Yeah.
four more laps. Yeah, considering the last lap. So
And
yeah, right now the Vleesh is comfortably in the lead. If we can go on board the drivers in the following
Yep, I think
sequence,
we should just see.
P2
Davlesh did a
Prakawats.
49.4. And
let's
can we
move
have a
on to
lap time of
P2. That's a
Prakhar as
1 second
well?
gap.
What
Masoom is
lap time he
closing
did?
in.
Is it possible, Dan, if we can see his last lap time?
Yeah, we can go on board Prakhar to see that.
He
I'm just
okay,
pressing all the keys I have here. I
but
don't think the game has it.
48.6. He did a
Oh,
48.6,
but
as
No,
did
no,
Masoom.
just go on board
yeah.
Prakhar.
Okay,
You'll see
just a
the time
second.
there. Yep. So yeah, that's
that's a
Prakhar's time.
48.9.
Yep,
That's
the
by
last lap.
Jackson.
And Davlesh did a 49.2. I think it might be because of the lapped cars. So they're just I think they're lapping similar to each other. So I don't think they would be really able to make that gap up to Davlesh.
Yeah, that's just impossible at the moment.
So
Meanwhile, what
yeah, and if
one
I see
can do
the
is
time
Masoom
remaining is
can
5 minutes
close in on.
remaining. So
Yeah,
yep.
Masoom can close in on Prakhar, but I didn't see anyone
And we
else.
see Madhav going wide out of Lesmo 1.
The
Panda
car dancing
capitalizes
over
on
the
that, goes into Lesmo 2 and is ahead. So this battle continues on after that contact that made each of them get a lot of damage. Panda being the more experienced driver is able to drive with that damage. I think Shalalak is also, but he made a mistake. That is very
Oh,
close
Dawn.
from Dawn, braking very late. That was a very close call, would have ended very badly
especially in
for
that
both of
McLaren
them.
because if you brake very late and there's a lot of front downforce, I think it just loses the rear. It's very difficult to
Yeah,
save it.
Yeah,
but again, he
So
has
Willie,
such so
that
much
straight
better
line,
straight line
I think
speed
it's the
compared to Madhav
damage to
right now.
Madhav's
Yeah,
car which is costing him that straight line speed.
that is a very wide parabolica
Well, I was
yeah,
having some
line.
flashbacks like a few minutes back, like few minutes back flashbacks
Yeah,
here, but that ended up good. So nothing. That's good. That's good. Clean racing.
also in the patch notes, I think the McLaren has gotten lighter, so I think it has more speed than
Dude,
before.
just see that speed
After
the
patch,
way he's
yeah,
gaining.
exactly.
yeah.
That's
There
that,
have
that
been some BOP changes.
yeah.
Yep.
The patch notes haven't come till now for the new version that was released on 23rd, 2 days ago only, which introduced 5 new cars, one GT3,
Basically
and
introduced
mostly
a whole new class of the car.
yeah, that's exactly true.
Guys, Masum and Prakhar are battling for P2
Yep.
now.
Okay,
Yes,
so that's very
So
close. That's only 1/10 of a
we
gap.
got a
That's
battle in hand. 4 to 5 minutes remain, and let's see who comes out on top between these two. And we know
Marsum
these
tries
two
to
are
sneak a
really
peek
experienced drivers.
to the De La Rogia. I'm getting confused now.
Lesmo, I think so.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
This is the
Lesmo.
Lesmo one.
This is Lesmo 1.
Masoom
Marsum
being
gets
really
amazing exit,
aggressive.
Oh,
but he's on
that's
the
very
grass
close.
and he keeps it on the track. That's amazing driving from him. I think that BMW does not have a good top speed on this track. Obviously, the Ferrari is. This is its own track. It has to be good here. And considering Marsum is
It,
behind that car, behind that wheel, and
but at
he is
least Tifosi would be really happy with Devlish in P1.
yeah. I
And
mean,
they
Tifosi is
would be just
basically
wanting,
Ferrari fans.
yep, they would be just no, basically they would be just now wanting to, get that like Ferrari just ahead of that
Yeah.
BMW, and with that Lamborghini on top, it's like basically two Italian cars, so it's a win-win for them. Who,
And Marsum gets into a
Really
title line
nice
out of
entry into
Parabolica.
Parabolica.
why it feels like there's a lot more grip on the inside than the outside through that corner.
Yeah, there are
Well,
some
as we
marbles on the outside, so you tend to lose the grip slightly.
While the That slipstream helping Masoom a lot. Will he go for the move? Will Prakhar defend?
Side by side into turn 1, they
Side by
break
side
almost at
into
the
turn
same
one.
time, going still side by side into
Ah,
And
Prakhar, that was a
Prakhar
bit
Ah.
wide, but that was, I
either
think,
pushed
clean
off
racing.
or
It looked clean racing from
it
this
looked
angle.
clean, but again, we will
At
get to
least
know
a
on the
lot
reports.
cleaner than Hamilton and Verstappen.
We should
A
probably
lot
not
cleaner
go
than
into
that.
that. Our chat will burst open.
Yeah, there was slight bit of banging between them there into turn 2.
I
but
think we
sort
have
of
another 2
goes-
laps of racing left.
How
Yep,
much time is that?
one
One.
and a half minutes left. So I think where is the leash? He is on the back straight. So I think next lap should be the last lap.
Yeah, so these are the last 2 laps of
Yep.
round 1 in Monza. Let's see how this pans out. Can we move on to the Masoom and Prakhar? This was still close.
Yep, I think we should go on board with them if Prakhar will try to get back to Masoom in this final one lap. Is it the final lap or will they have to do one more lap?
One more lap after this.
One more lap.
Okay.
There's a lap after this.
Yeah.
But I think the
I think
drive
Prakhar
from
is losing
Davlish,
touch.
I think we should go on
Yeah.
board with Davlish and just, show him doing a full lap because the drive from him today was just phenomenal. So, yep, let's go. We are on, like,
I think
which camera angle is
we can
this?
actually go to some battles. We can see quite close battles because the leash is just having a lonely race.
Yeah, that's
Given-
No,
true.
but we should, we
We
should
can of
show
course
him
come
on
back
the
to him
screen.
at the end because
Yeah,
right now I
I
think
think
with
we will
last
come
lap
back to
I'll
coming
keep
up,
an
there's
eye.
some
I'll
really
keep an
nice
eye
battles.
when he's on that second last
Right.
straight.
When
I'll
he's on the
ask
back
him to
straight,
move.
just,
Yeah.
let's go on board with Davlish.
Let's move on to
I
who
think
is
we can
close.
stay with Prakhar and Masoom.
Yeah, let's stay with
I
Prakhar.
think it would be difficult for Prakhar to get back until unless Masoom makes a mistake, of course. But I think seeing like both of them are really experienced drivers, so a mistake from them is very less likely.
I think going through this back marker car is gonna be very vital for Masoom.
Yep.
And he is
the
Oh
on.
no,
lead.
he's
This
get
is gonna.
absolutely blocked by Madhav. Oh,
This is
and
what I was
Prakhar
scared
gets a
about.
free pass.
Yep, he
Prakhar
gained like
obviously.
0.3 seconds because of that. Prakhar gained 0.3 seconds on Masoom.
So this is the last lap. We are left with 2 corners. Let's go on the Davlish. He is on the last corner. I don't think the Masoom and Prakhar is going to give us anything. But this has been an amazing drive by Davlish Singh. He's going to round off from the last corner, the parabolica. He's going to put down the throttle. He's going to put it flat out. He's going to cross the line and he's going to become the
With
first winner of season 5 of our Indian racing community.
plus a
Lead
perfect
race.
race with leading every lap of the race. Every lap of the race.
Absolutely.
Amazing drive from him. He led every lap, so salute to you, sir. Great drive. Followed by Masum P2. Yes, predictions were right. No, wait. Were they?
Yeah,
Were they not?
they
Yeah,
were right.
They were. Yes.
So Davlish comes off in first, Masoom finishes in second.
Jackster
Uh,
P4. Eitzel wins
but-
the silver class. Huh? The prediction right.
Eitzel does a comeback after going down to P14. He comes back into P5, wins the silver class. We will
Casey
join
wins
with
the
all
class.
of
No, wait.
them in the interviews
Yep,
after
he'll be
all
getting
of
a
them
And
response.
finish the
soon, when
line.
Casey will like cross the line, he would be winning the AM class as well. So predictions gone well.
Yes, see, I told you, admin power. I have
Yes,
to say.
admin abuse.
I guess
Admin
one
power.
meanwhile
Oh,
somehow
wait.
gained a stop and go.
Wait, what?
That is take is one. He was disconnected. I don't know what happened.
Ah,
But
that's
Electrip is
frustrating.
pretty close to Casey. Is he or
Yeah,
is he
can we
not?
go on board Electra? Quickly.
I think that timing tower is no. It was glitched. Yeah, he is 3 seconds behind.
So it's Nirma who's actually
Nirma
really
versus
close. to
Electra, it is
Yep,
close.
that's the battle to the
Okay.
finishing line.
Let's see how this ends.
Okay, he takes it safe. He doesn't want
Yeah.
to bin it at the final
Ooh,
corner.
He has a
of the
really
race.
nice exit. It's gonna be
Okay,
a drag
would
race
it be a
to
drag
the
race
finish
to the
line.
on
end?
the
We
last
will-
corner. They are going side by
Who is
side.
it
This
gonna be?
I think it's
It's
Nirma
it's
ahead
Nirma.
of
It's
But
Helium.
Nirma.
Nirma got it, man.
That was an amazing finish to the race.
Oh, wow, that inside line from Parabolica is really helping these drivers,
Oh
giving
my
a
god.
lot of time.
Dude,
And he
that. Yeah.
absolutely nailed that exit. What end to this race.
That was a 700ths difference between the two cars.
That, that extra horsepower came from the blessings of Salman
So
Khan.
I think
I think,
I
please don't
think
go there.
Helium. I think Helium. We should go like through the final finishing order of the race.
Okay, so let's go through the finishing order. The guy who gets pole, he finishes in P1. Davli Singh, Masoom is in P2 with a 21-second gap. I think that tells you about the driver in P1. Next is Prakhar, who had a great run. He was ahead of the after the first pit stop, but couldn't finish ahead. Couldn't keep him back. Couldn't keep the reigning champion behind. Coming to the rest of them, Jackster in P4, It's Cylinders is in P5, winning the silver class. Then there's Noob and Deepak Raj completing the podium for the silver class. Then comes Casey, the admin sir, winning the amateur uh, P1 position. Can we move to the full? Is it there? I think we have lost most of it.
Yep, I think
Uh,
it just ends when the session ends. Yeah, that's what we
can
had.
we move on to
Fine.
the race? I think that there's where it is visible.
So I
Yep.
think we're just getting podium finishers from every class on
So,
the
uh,
VC.
joining.
So yep, let's wait for every one of them to join. Then we'll start off with the interviews for the first race. So before that, Helium, how was the race? Kake, how was the race for you guys?
Oh, absolutely amazing. It was amazing to watch these guys battle
Yep,
it out on
it
Monza. And of course, the new format proved to be interesting. Different pitch up strategies coming from different people. Some deciding to pit right at the start because of some damage, while some, decided to maintain the usual strategy of pitting around the middle. And without wasting any much time, I think we should start with our podium interviews. And let's start with the man of the hour, Davleesh Singh. What a
Davli
dominant drive
Singh.
from you. That qualifying was absolutely just bonkers. And then the race, absolute dominance.
Thank you. Yeah.
Davli Singh. I mean, come on, man. That race, that drive. Amazing,
I
sir.
have
How
to
was the
say
race?
that must be very boring for you.
Yeah, it's sort of my strongest track in this game, so was to be expected from me.
Yeah, that was an amazing drive. I think you led every lap.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yeah.
so you were P1 the whole
Yep, a grand
45 minutes
slam
of
for
this
him.
race.
Yeah.
New class for Davli Singh.
Yeah, we have to make a difference. We have to make
No,
a
no,
Especially on
beat or
Monza.
only on
beating
this
or
track I'm this
something
strong.
for Davlish. That was an amazing drive from you. So
Thank
pole
you.
position. I think you get the Grand Slam. What is it called? I don't remember in a race.
I think,
That
yeah,
you, yeah, you got the Grand Slam. You got the pole position. You led every lap and you won the race.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that
right.
was amazing from you. Anything you want to say about your first race of the season?
Nothing much. It was just a Sunday drive for me, basically. I just not pushing too much, saving my tires, because I did not change my tires in the pit stop.
Uh, that was an interesting call. I actually don't know if you're
I mean, you
supposed
could
to or
have
not.
changed tires 3 times given the lead you had.
Yeah.
I knew, see, Monza is very low deck on tires, so it doesn't really punish the tires a lot. So I think I had 2.6 on all tires even after the race
Yep.
in the
Of
singles.
course, you're the pro, you know more. So I didn't
Yeah.
mean
But
that to
actually,
be rhyming, but
uh,
it came out that way.
no, tire change strategy is the slow one that I got to know right now.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Well,
that was a really
doesn't
great
matter.
race.
22nd to P2.
Yeah, so
Now
it's fine.
coming to
Right.
P2, that's Masoom. Masoom, any words on your race? That was an interesting battle with Prakhar that you had during the dying laps of the race.
I mean, I knew this race would be hard. Like I knew there was like no way I could like match the leash at Monza from the start of the race itself. So I was always like focusing on capitalizing P2. Like the leash, I also initially thought about not boxing, but then but towards the end of my first stint, I realized okay, this is like not changing tires is means I'm probably going to like not finish the race. So I changed the race and I fucked up my pit stop, but at the end of the day, it ended up being the correct call.
So,
Uh,
Masum, my question for you, like, that was a really great race from you as well. Apart from, like, we know you come back really strong through the mid of the season to the end, but like, there was slight tab between you and Prakhar at the start. What exactly happened there? I don't know.
I think I went around the outside. I don't know exactly. Maybe it was a bit of netcode because I did not get any damage on my car, so I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly what happened. So maybe like because I was actually at the absolute edge of the track there as well. I couldn't like go any further to the left.
Okay. Okay.
I
So, I
think he's
mean, yeah,
talking about lap 1 and turn 1.
Oh, lap one.
yeah,
Okay.
lap
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, lap one. I knew like like the Ferrari has like the most shit gearing for the start. So I just went to the edge of the track, and that white line is the limit of the track. So I decided to just stay there because the
Uh,
the track does cut away anyway at the end.
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Okay,
that's
moving
still
to
that.
Prakhar. P3 of Pro Class Prakhar. That was an interesting battle with Masoom. Sad that it had to turn out that way. We were really rooting for you. What are your comments on that 45-minute dash that you had?
I think it was a good race. I mean, I was not expecting anything, to be honest. So yeah, I think I will take P3 any day of the week. I think the race start was interesting. I knew the Ferrari takes a little while to kind of get warmed up, so I wanted to attack initially, but I think Masum did a fairly good job in defending the inside line. I had to go to the grass. I had no other option, but yeah, I knew that I wouldn't be able to overtake him, there, so I just let him go. And I did not change my tires because I did not really feel that the tires were going, so that was also fine. I think overall I struggled for consistency. I mean, my lap times were not really consistent. I think I was always losing 3 4 tenths here and there, so I think that's something to work on for the rest of the season. But other than that, I think, yeah, I mean, I haven't raced in so long, so I will take this. I think it was a good race.
Yep. Great race from you, Prakhar. You are back, my man. You are back.
It's
So,
good to be back.
yep. So now moving on to silver class.
Yep, we have Itzel here with us who just has picked up from where he left last season. And Itzel, congratulations on the victory in the silver class.
Uh, yeah. Hi. Yeah. I mean, thanks. I mean, ideally I would like to be a little further up ahead. I think I was at the end of it 25, 30 seconds behind Jackster and about 40 seconds behind the rest of the field. So, a part of me would like to be a little bit further up, but considering how lap one went for me, I can only say I'm very satisfied with the result. I was just ping ponged around a lot and got up in some unnecessary battles on lap one, and that left me P13 in the end. And after that, it was, I think, my consistency rating on ACC just went up by like 4 points because I was pretty much within a tenth of my lap time every single lap. And I'm not entirely sure what happened to Deepak and Tegis one towards the middle, as in towards the end of the first stint, but I jumped them massively after the pit window. I think they had some sort of an incident at some point. So I'm super happy with P5. Ideally, I would like to be a little further up the grid, but you take what you get.
Yeah, I was looking at you on lap 1. It was going from bad to worse to just hell for you.
A
You
lot
went
of
down to,
people were moving on the straight, and also
yeah,
through turn one, I was caught on the outside, and I think Deepak and a couple of other guys slipped down the inside, and then I was stuck behind. Well, not stuck behind. I was caught up behind Madhav and Electric for a couple of laps where I had to navigate through the traffic. So unfortunate how lap one went, but overall, I don't think it hurt me much. I qualified P5, finished P5, so a
it
routine
was
day.
it was an amazing comeback from you.
Thank
Hope to
you.
see you ahead in the coming races. Let's move on to P2. Noob, is he here? I am not sure.
No, he's not here right
So
now.
P2, okay, let's move on to Deepak. Deepak, that was an interesting race from your side. I think we saw you have a incident with Nirma. I don't remember, but
It was
congrats on
with
the victory.
Noob himself where,
Yeah, it
the
was with Noob
chicane.
himself.
I
Yeah.
didn't have any incident per se, but yeah, I mean the start was really good. Like I just saw that I had a good launch and the cars ahead they were just jogging to the right to block off those cars. Eitzel being one of those cars, and the moment they went to the left, it was just like just these were parting open for me. So I just went in for the gap and I was able to stop it proper. It was all good. And I think I might have ping ponged off 2 cars because it was a very close gap. I think Tegiswan was also closing in. And yeah, start was neat. I was in P5 and I was pretty much confident. But the thing is, I'm pretty weak in the Lesmos in this particular circuit. Like, I'm prone to making a lot of mistakes. I was taking it easy and Tegiswan was on the attack. Everything was going fine. But I think at the end of my first stint, I made a mistake in Lesmo 2 and hit the wall on the right side that gave me 20 seconds of damage. So with the current situation of the 25-second stop and the 20 seconds and everything, it came out to 42 seconds or something. So I decided to change tires and just made one final push. And I think if I was a bit more consistent, I could have clawed back and got even noob. But yeah, my consistency was way off. One lap I was quick, one lap I was way far off the pace. So yeah, that's it. In the end, I am happy that I was able to get a good result. Disappointed that what could have been, but yes, I'll just take this.
Yeah, the promotion is definitely deserved to the silver class, I would say.
I
Yeah.
think we have Noob in the VC.
Yep, we have Noob or Slow Driver with us. Noob, that was an impressive drive. A bit of argy-bargy here and there, but how was the race for you?
I mean, it was going well in the beginning, but then I was behind Moto at Parabolica. He spun out,
Yeah,
he collided into me, so I got a lot of damage from that. I tried doing another lap, but I was losing a lot of pace compared to Itzel, so I decided to pit. And after that, yeah, I think it was pretty eventless.
Oh,
I think I was a bit aggressive on Electrip
yeah,
at turn
yeah.
one.
that was a question coming in from me. Like,
Yeah,
I think we were all perplexed as to why you wouldn't give that position back
Yeah, I
to
was
Electra.
flashing my lights, but yeah, it's what it is.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just
Yeah,
wanted to gain back time, and
I know, but it's what it is.
yeah, probably should have given back the position. But I thought that you were slower than me, and I just wanted to gain some time on 8 cell, but he was far ahead anyways. But yeah, I think Deepak would have gotten me otherwise. But yeah, sorry for that move.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yep, so that I think concludes our silver class podiums, and from the AM class we currently only have Electra.
Low.
So, yep, an impressive showing from you, Electra. We were right up there on the top of the midfield for quite some time.
Yeah, but
So,
if you
how's the
guys
race?
haven't noticed, I slowed down a lap before, so I thought the race finished a lap before.
Ah,
I was
damn.
leading the AM class. I gave the position to KC because I slowed down, then
Oh
realized, oh
no.
shit, like
Oh,
yeah, so I lost
That
10 seconds and
that must be
yeah,
irritating.
yeah, I went from 8 to 10th, so yeah, yeah.
Jeff didn't inform you?
No, plus a bit of technical issues. So I had a power cut, so my AC and fan wasn't working. So for 40 minutes, I was sitting in front of my boiling hot PC with
Ah,
no AC.
damn.
So yeah, I'm literally cooking here. It is what it is.
So
Decent
that's a
race. I'm happy with what
race
happened.
which you might regret at the end of the season.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But
Well,
overall,
it's a
had a
long
fun race.
season.
Yeah,
It is a long season. You'll have a lot of races to prove yourself. Basically, you can overcome this mistake in the next race, maybe.
yeah, that'll be nice.
But amazing race from everyone. Top three rounding out on the podiums for each class. For pro, it's Davlish, then Masum, then Prakhar. For silver, it's Itzel, Noob, and Deepak. For amateur class, it's Casey, Electrip, and Aladdin. So that rounds out round one of our ACC IRC League. What are your comments on this round one, Kake?
Yeah, amazing start to the league. Monza proving to be a really nice track. We had decent battles. And of course, we are trying out 3 formats this season, this being the latest edition, the Dash, where our drivers race for 45 minutes with a mandatory 25 seconds pit stop. And it provided some exciting results, I would say, in terms of strategy. And next week, we are going to the ring, the Nürburgring, where we'll be following our sprint format, which we had done in season 4 as well. We will be having 2 races back to back, with race 1 grid being set by qualifying and race 1 itself being 20 minutes long. And then the second race, the grids being decided by the result of race 1 and the race being 30 minutes long. So it's going to be an exciting sprint race next week as well. And Nürburgring, of course, has proven to be a great track for racing, regardless of the class, regardless of the pace you have. It always provides some, what should I say, wheel to wheel,
side to
very
side
close
action.
wheel to wheel racing,
Yeah.
always.
So that will be it for today. Thank you for watching our stream. If you liked it, give a like, subscribe, and share the stream. And I didn't notice if there was any donators, but if there was, thank you for donating. We'll join you next week. Tomorrow we will have our tier 2 and we will have a tier 2 race of our F1 league. So we'll see you then. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for commenting. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.